Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I am going to be sharing a little video that came into my head this morning. I was thinking about our Patreon call last night. I have a Patreon group. If you don't know, the link is down below this video in the description. Have a wonderful group of ladies over there. And once a month, we do a group Zoom call. And actually, I am thinking about doing it twice a month because for one thing, you can't seem to get everybody with their schedules in on the same call. And another thing, I enjoy it so much. I just feel like last night I was just sitting down talking to a bunch of girlfriends. And so we talked a little bit about menopause. This morning I got up and I was just thinking more about our conversation last night and thought that I would talk to you a little bit about hormones. To the ladies that were in the group last night, we talked a little bit about having the hot chocolate element, and instead of having heavy cream in it, have butter. And I'm having that right now. I've already taken a couple of sips of it. It's so good. And I think I do enjoy it more than the heavy cream, if you can believe that. If you're new here, for the past 3 years, I have eliminated sugar, highly processed foods, grains, seed oils for the most part. We talked about that last night too. You know, when you go out to eat in a restaurant, sometimes it's hard to control the ingredients, but for the most part, I have eliminated seed oils, and I have stuck to a very low carb diet that's meat based. And I do include a little bit of vegetables here and there and some dairy. I do have dairy too. So back when I started this way of eating, I was in desperation. I had extreme migraines. They were debilitating migraines. They were horrible. And I also had joint pain all over my body. I was in physical therapy for my shoulder. I was in physical therapy for my ankles, for my, the arch plantar fasciitis. I had an Achilles tendon irritation going on. I had so many different things going on joint pain wise. I was 55 or so pounds heavier at the time. I had a hard time getting up and down off of the floor when I was playing with my grandkids, and just not in a good place, not in a good place that I wanted to be. And so I came upon this way of eating and started it 3 years ago, and I've been on it ever since. I've been consistent. Consistency is key when you are eating this way, just staying very consistent on plan. And I think it's very important. And I think it's very important to eat clean ingredients. After eating this way for just a few months, I started noticing my joint pain was disappearing. I started noticing that I wasn't having any more migraines. I also used to have just daily nagging headaches. They weren't migraines, but they were just headaches that I could function throughout the day, but they were just nagging. A lot of brain fog during that time too, just kind of trying to focus and stay focused on certain things. It was very hard and challenging at times. And I also had hot flashes like you would not believe. If you watch some of my first videos from when I first got started, there were times when I was filming that you could just see them coming up my neck and up to my face and me breaking out into a sweat. When I started this way of eating, I was having very intense hot flashes, and just a couple of short months after, they started getting less frequent and less intense. I could tolerate them without having to run out in the snow in my nightgown, you know, that kind of thing. Another thing is energy. I have energy now like I did when I was in my 20s and 30s, you know, when you're just a young adult and you are just conquering life. I feel that way now. When I hit my 40s, I went into a slump with my energy. And for a very long time, I was just always dragging. And I am not like that anymore. Of course, oh my goodness, my cat just knocked a plant over. Of course, I have my days when I'm tired, and I think that's normal for anyone. Your body can easily get run down when you are doing a lot of different things. So I'm not saying that, you know, I'm pumped all the time, but my energy level has definitely changed, increased since I've been eating this way. And that is a symptom of the perimenopause and menopause, is just feeling that lack of energy. Another thing that I noticed improvement on was my mood. Mood swings can be a huge thing when you are having PMS symptoms, or you are perimenopause, you are going through anything hormonally. Mood swings can be huge. I remember going to my gynecologist and talking to her about almost always trying to control crying. I would cry if I was happy. I would cry if I was sad. I would cry for no reason at all. And it was uncontrollable. It would just come out of me. And we talked at that time about hormone replacement. I actually did hormone replacement therapy for about 1 month. I had a 30-day supply that she had given me to try. And I remember taking it for 30 days, and I didn't want to take it personally. I don't like taking anything if I don't have to. And I wanted to try to do it naturally, and I didn't get a refill and I didn't continue. So this entire time I have gone without anything. I'm not against HRT, any kind of hormone replacement therapy, whether you're doing it naturally or from prescriptions from your doctor. I just wanted myself not to have to take anything if I didn't have to. But after that 30 days, I just decided, no, you know what? I want to try to do this naturally. And after eating this way for just a few months, I noticed a lot of changes in all of these things was just in 2-3 months time. I noticed that my mood improved a lot. Now I'm a woman and I still get emotional and I still have my moments and I still will, have those teary-eyed moments, but it is not like it was back then. I literally would cry at the drop of a hat. Another thing that this has really helped me with is brain fog. I still have my moments. I'm 54 years old, so I will go sometimes into a room and think, what did I come in here for? And I think that is normal for all of us to be, in this age and beyond, to have those moments. It's not like, what did I come in here for? There was a continual brain fog, like a cloudiness that was over my thinking, and no more. I have not had that in years. I have mental clarity. I can focus on things, and it's just, I can tell there's a huge difference. The next thing is joint and muscle aches and pains. That was one of the biggest things besides the migraine headaches that was pretty much cured once I started eating this way. Like I said earlier, I was in physical therapy multiple times for different parts of my body. I was seeing orthopedics. I was seeing foot doctor. I was seeing, just different specialists for different things. And after I started eating this way, just a few months after, the joint pain, the inflammation, just like, the only way I can describe it, I feel like it just flushed out of my body with all of that water and all of that, like, just inflammation in the body. It just left my body, and I really feel so much different now. Now, do I have some normal aches and pains? Yes, I'm 54. If I sleep wrong on my pillow, I will wake up and have a neck ache like you would not believe. Right now, I've got something going on with my elbow down here. Just a little bit of when I turn my elbow a certain way, there's something I've pulled in there. I'm doing a weightlifting challenge over in my Patreon group right now for the month of October. Maybe I did something like that with weights, but I do have pains and aches just like everyone else. It's not like I'm just like painless, okay? But there was a difference, just like in that brain fog. There was a difference in the little aches and pains that I have now compared to what I had before. The next thing is weight gain. Weight gain can be a very big thing that we experience during menopause time. And I know myself, it is very hard to lose weight when you are in your 40s and 50s. And I have struggled with that. I tried a lot of different diets. I did Weight Watchers. I did a low fat diet. I did a lot of different diets, calorie counting, and I would not lose weight. I might lose 4 or 5 pounds, but I never lost significant weight until I started eating meat-based and cut out the carbs and sugar from my diet. That is when I started losing weight. The first few months was a healing time for me. My body was using all the energy to just heal things. Then after that, the weight started coming off. And I'm still working on weight loss. I haven't arrived yet completely to where I want to be, but it has been overall the easiest way to lose weight. I don't do a whole lot of exercise other than maybe walking. I'm trying to do this little challenge that we're doing right now. It's not my favorite thing to do a lot of routine exercises. I like to do activities that are fun, like hiking and walking and paddleboarding and swimming and all of that. But when it comes to standing there like doing weights or walking on a treadmill, it's kind of hard for me. But this is something that I have done that helped my weight loss without exercise for a huge part of it. The next thing, headaches. I did talk about the migraines that I had, the daily nagging headaches that I had. I haven't had a migraine in over 3 years. The other day, I did something huge. I didn't share this anywhere, but I had 5 compression ice caps that I had bought that I kept in my freezer. And the reason why I had so many is because I would have these migraines, like they would be for hours. And I would put these ice caps on. They like squeezed your head, and they put, they were ice. So they really helped with, they didn't take the pain away, but it helped numb the pain. And so I would put one on, and it would only last for maybe a half hour or so, and I would need another one. And so I had 5 of them. I just donated all but one. I kept one because I don't know, I just couldn't let go of it. Put them in Ziploc baggies. I wrote on them what they were so that whoever sees them, like, what is this stretchy thing with these ice packs in it? I donated them, and that was huge for me to drop those off at the thrift store because that was something that I was very dependent on. So dependent that I kept one. So no migraines in 3 years. Headaches, I barely have a nagging headache anymore. I've noticed sometimes if I sleep with my neck crooked on the pillow, which I do that quite a bit. Sometimes I'll just kind of sleep like this and there's no pillow here. I will wake up with a sore neck. That kind of gives me a nagging headache, but it is nothing compared to what it used to be. I prioritize my sleep. It's very important to me. I go to bed early, and I make sure that I get a really good night's sleep. And just like anybody else, sometimes I'll wake up with something on my mind and I end up not being able to sleep. That does happen. I'm normal, but I'm just saying there were times where I would go many nights waking up throughout the night, tossing and turning, and my sleep has improved so much. And I don't have this on this list, but it just came to mind, and something that is kind of awkward to talk about, and that is yeast infections. I had monthly yeast infections. I did everything that I could to eliminate them. I made sure that, I was wearing the right kind of underwear, kind of personal, but I dealt with those a lot, and they were very frustrating. I believe that it was from eating a lot of sugar in my diet, carbohydrate sugar, not just like sugar, but from carbohydrates contributed to those. And I have not had one in over 3 years. Same thing as with the migraines. And while I'm on the subject of awkwardness, libido has gone up and improved in a great way. Very hard to talk about those kind of things, but I think it's important because when you are going through those menopausal symptoms, that is something that can be very hard on a marriage and on a couple, so just wanted to share that as well. But all in all, the hormones have been balanced. That's the way I look at it. It's like in the beginning, before I started, there was like this up and down and up and down and all over the place kind of thing going on. And now it's just like steady and balanced. Do I have emotional days? Yes, I do still have those times. I do still deal with a little hot flash here and there. We were in our Patreon meeting last night and I had to reach over and open the window. I was starting to get a little warm. But it's not embarrassing like it used to be when I would get completely soaked, my hair and everything. Just having the energy, the mood swings, all of those things more balanced makes such a difference. Right away, within 2 or 3 months, I started noticing the headaches leaving, the joint pain going, my energy was up, my mood, my sleep was getting better, weight gain was going down. I have noticed a huge change since I've been eating this way with my hormones. So I just wanted to talk about that today because it was fresh in my mind from our little meeting we had last night. If you are not a part of our Patreon group, there is a free trial. You can go over there and join for 7 days. And I have 2 tiers over there in my Patreon group. One tier is a Christian Carb Crushers tier. It is $3 a month and you can cancel at any time when you sign up for these. And I don't look and see. I do get notifications when people like unsubscribe, but I don't think anything like, oh, they're leaving me. I don't really think anything like that. So the $3 tier is more of just like Bible devotions, just my Christian perspective on this way of eating and encouragement and that kind of thing. But if you want to join in on the challenges or see my videos where I share recipes or coaching tips or any of that, that is all in the $10 tier. So that is all linked down below. And so I'm going to go ahead and go for now. I will see you all soon.